All right, hey, good day everybody. So we have got, boom, the Copart Affinity that was purchased just after summer was over, and I've been watching it, and it's getting ready to start to move through some stages. So we're doing all the chassis services, changing all the oils, rear end, everything, doing the air dryer, full chassis inspection, so that way the drivable part's done. Then we're going to get it into the body shop and get the skin on it, and then he'll move on from there with the PDI and the house parts. But we need to get those two key components are going. So we'll start this video in the back. We've got the Cummins engine in it. It's going to be the 600 horse. Like I said, I'll give a link below on the video that Andrew Steele and I did this on this when we inspected it when it was at Copart's. But we'll come along. So there's your engine. You got your side mounted radiator right here. Now in that video I had mentioned that it looked like the motor mount was bent, and it is by about an inch. Looks like somebody's jacked it up from the very back, and that bent that motor mount. So at some point that'll get pulled off, put in a press, and then repressed flat. No reason, I don't think, to remake that. And then we'll come along, we just got a little of this weather stripping coming out of here along the bottom of the radiator. No big deal, we'll get that shoved back up in there and some urethane to hold that. And now I've got the transmission. Now people want to know about the wet spline conversion. So there is the beast that gets the wet spline conversion. And the reason why it became an issue, and it was actually a recall on the Cummins only engines, is because this is the power steering pump, this is the fan pump. Most models this didn't end up here. So if these splines sheared off here, then you had no power steering. So that was the story on that. This one has the conversion. You can see this actually right here is painted a gloss red, and it has a fitting. And then they've put the T over into the back side here, so both sides are lubricated. And that's how you really can tell, as if this fitting is on this forward shaft section right in the middle, and usually it's glossy. So that's going to be done on this particular coach. And then we've greased the rear end, done the air dryer service. So that's going to be the purge valve here, and then the air dryer cartridge here. This particular style, you just take this nut off right here, actually this bolt off right here, pull it out, and then the cartridge comes off, and then you return it with the core. Now this rear end package, this is the last year that we would have used it, 2007, on the Country Coach Magnet and Affinities. And it would have started way before that, clear back into like 2002 or something around that time. So very commonly used. Here's going to be your ride height valves mounted up here on this particular model, and then this is how you adjust it. You'll have that on both sides back here. Sometimes you'll get a coolant leak where it drips out right in between the tags. That's this circulation pump right here. That is a supplemental pump that actually pumps antifreeze up to the dash, so that way you get good flow, because it's such a distance that the Cummins pump doesn't really get it all the way up there. So that's going to cover the rear end here area. This, you're going to have drum brakes on the rear, and then drum brakes again on your tag axle. All right, and that's why they went to that newer generation. This has got a leaky axle seal, so we're going to get that pulled off. It's about the last thing to do on this, and we're going to get the axle seal replaced in there. But the reason why they went to the next generation rear suspension was to get rear discs. So this was used for many years before this. So we'll cruise along up here to the front. Do a quick fuel tank inspection. Doesn't look like it's got any diesel running out of it from any cracks of a bracket or anything of that sort. No one's ran any aftermarket wires on the bottom anywhere, so we don't have to worry about the clamps on that. Looks like it's got a pretty new bracket here put on the Aqua Hot exhaust, so that's looking good. So in all those categories, we're looking good. So this is going to be your front. independent suspension, disc brakes on the front, and then we come along and lubed all of it. All right, now your ride height valve on the front is right here, hooked off of the sway bar. So as the sway bar rotates up and down, it changes the ride heights. That's the way that system there worked. And then we've got the generator slid out right here. It's got a little oil in there. I'm pretty sure that that was from a previous oil change. The way the filter's mounted in there, it's kind of hard to keep that super clean. But this chassis doesn't look too bad, not a lot of rust or anything. Nothing really jumping out. He's gonna come pick this coach up and take it for a drive. So I think I feel good and confident we're ready for him to do that. We've gotten, like I said, the differential fluid changed. And then we've got the rear end, the rear end differential fluid changed. Tranny fluid changed, all the filters on there, and the engine there. So that way he's got a good starting point, knows where everything's at, and he can keep a good log from there, clear down to that air dryer. So that's going to be the tour of the 07 Country Coach Magna and Affinity chassis. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hit those subscribe buttons, let me know what you think. And as you can see, it's got that skin missing off of there. And like I said, I'll put a link of the couple videos, the one Andrew Steele and I did, and then the video that I did by myself, talking about did he pay too much. And like I said, if it's your cup of tea and it's the coach you like, then this one's a good one here. But really nice to be able to get these up on this 4-post and be able to do the chassis inspections. But hey, like I said, thanks again everyone. Hope you're all having a great day. Until next time, bye-bye.